OpenSUSE Leap 15.6 has just released, and I'm a little more happy than usual because of a Leap release, and I'll tell you why. My brother borrowed a laptop way back, had, I think, Kubuntu on it. He needed something. He just needed something. He didn't have one, so I threw Kubuntu on it. He uses it as a work laptop, needs it for work functionality. It was a trash laptop, and I don't know what I was thinking with putting KDE on it. Should I put something LXDE on it, or LXQT rather? That would be better. But he used it for a while, and it served its purpose, and he handed it back to me and said, I need a better one. Okay, no problem. He also just bought recently a laptop which he can use that has Microsoft Windows on it. Not sure if it's 10 or 11, but he does professional AutoCAD. So he needs Windows. It is what it is. Can't be helped. But he also wants a Linux something for bank, doing bank stuff and all that. You know, anything, basically anything other than AutoCAD. So he asked me to get him a better one. And I have an assortment of laptops, as you can see up there. And here's one. This one's the trash one. There's another one up there. I actually don't know the status on that one. But the funny thing about being the regional, the social computer guy is I have people hand me their computers and say, I don't need this anymore. You can have it. Oh, I don't know. What? Okay. Yeah, they do. Well, the one that I'm giving brother was daughter's computer. She got a new one that she needed more her size. That one's really big. She needed a smaller one anyway. She got a better one than that one. So she handed me that one and said, I don't need this anymore. Do whatever you want to with it. Outstanding. I have installed OpenSUSE Leap 15.6 on it. And that's what I was waiting on before I gave it to him. I didn't really want to give him tumbleweed. He's not the Linux enthusiast that I am. So I wanted something easy to maintain. I wanted Leap. I didn't want to put 15.5 on it, knowing that 15.5 is fixed to go out and 15.6 is fixed to come in. And he lives 45-minute drive away, one way, and I didn't want to. I just didn't want to. So 15.6 released. I have installed it on what will be his computer. Absolutely flawless. I'm huge. So absolutely flawless. Everything works. It is just screen off right now. Everything on this thing works. Sleep. I can close the laptop lid. It goes to sleep and it comes back. Watch this. You don't see this too much. I'll rephrase that and say it's getting a lot better. And now the network has reconnected. It's back to ready. Everything works. It is Intel Core i7, 10th gen. Lenovo IdeaPad 3. I think that's a pretty good laptop. And the main reason she didn't want it because it was so big it wouldn't fit in her computer bag. And I understand that. I'm good with that. Okay, that's better. Phew, scared myself. Okay, so 15.6 is out. Installed it on there. Everything's working. Secure boot, everything. we're going to really quick have a look at this little write-up from OpenSUSE. We'll look really quick at the release notes. Don't help us out a whole lot. This almost feels AI worded. I really hate that, but release of 15.6 is official, and it paves the way for professionals and organizations to transition to SUSE Enterprise distribution with extended support or prepare for the next major release, which will be Leap 16. That paragraph right there tells you that they are planning on having a Leap 16. And I don't remember if I read it in here, but I read it somewhere where Leap 16 will be based on ALP. And apparently this one's not. I thought it was going to be, but I guess it's not. So Leap 16 is going to be based on ALP is what I read somewhere. Okay, we will continue. Demands for robust, secure, stable operating system in the digital infrastructure sector are more critical than ever. It's like yada yada, blah blah. Leap 15.6 and SUSE Linux Enterprise 15 Service Pack 6 integrates new features and enhancements. Okay, yeah, that's all good. Yeah. Okay, continue on. I don't need any of this. Tell me about 15.6. So cockpit package in OpenSUSE Leap 15.6 represents a significant enhancement in system and container management capabilities for users. I want to say if you're using containment or you're using cockpit, that's probably awesome. I don't. Yeah. Container technologies. I can continue on from there. Several key software upgrades enhancing performance and security. Integrates Linux kernel 6.4. Yeah, it's not terrible. Backports for latest hardware drivers, which offers performance enhancements. OpenSSL 3.1 becomes the new default. More yada yada. Database management systems receive significant updates with MariaDB 10.11.6 and PostgreSQL. I was trying to figure out how to say that in like a word. Yeah, it didn't come to me. 16. Redis 7.2. PHP 8.2. Node.js 20. OpenJDK 21. So, not bad. I mean, and you have to think, too, Leap is conservative. The whole purpose for Leap is to be conservative. Think of it as this is the open source version of Enterprise SUSE, sort of, kind of. So, if you're running a business and you need something stable, especially if you're going to be using databases or servers and such, you need something like this that is just going to be super stable and doesn't change a lot. And that's what this is. Alrighty. Updates in telecommunications, DPDK 22.11, Open vSwitch version 3.1, and OVN 23.3. KD environments advances with KD Plasma 5.27.11. That is the long-term support version. Qt 5.15.12 plus, and KDE Frameworks 5.115.0, as well as Qt version 6.6.3. Facilitating smooth applications operations, Python bindings for PyQt 5 and 6, aligning with Python 3.11. Okay, sounds good. Many unmaintained Python packages were removed as part of a transition from Python 3.11. Makes sense. I mean, that's how advancements work. They're going to have GNOME 45. I don't remember what the latest version of GNOME is since I don't use GNOME. So, okay. Maintained with security, receive maintenance and security updates till the end of 2025. And if the next version isn't ready yet for some reason, there's a big stopper there, they will extend that until the next version is ready. And then standard procedure is after the next version releases, like 15.6 just released, so you have 6 months to upgrade 15.5 to 15.6. Well, here you go. 15.5 into life, 6 months from today's release. Yep. So download 15.6, got links. I'll include this in the show notes, in the description. And we also have release notes. Installation, system upgrade, packaging changes, drivers and hardware, desktop general security, more information and feedback. This is kind of more of a technical spiel of the release. As long as it works, I don't care. Just how it is. System upgrade, package changes. We do see a lot of removed packages, and when I was looking at this earlier, I noticed Python-2dict has been removed, and I tried to install, Microsoft Teams on brother's work laptop. Keep in mind, it is a work laptop. He may need Teams. It is what it is. I had tried to install that with OPI, and it complained Python-2dict could not be found. Maybe it'll work without it. I don't know. I didn't try it. I just canceled out. And I'll worry about it whenever he says I need it. Then we'll worry about it. Removal of Bumblebee packages. X11 Bumblebee. Yeah. Third-party drivers need to be properly signed. I think that's the case in all of OpenSUSE. Maybe all of Linux, not sure. And yeah, Nouveau disabled for certain things. Security. This section lists the changes of security. Nothing that, I don't think it's anything that affects me. I would love to see that OpenSUSE Tumbleweed default firewall had been changed to home so that network printers can be found in somebody's home. And that would be awesome. I might file a bug report for that to ignore and close and say not gonna fix. Maybe. I don't know. Depends on how much effort I want to put into it. Okay, with all that said, let us go ahead and install it right here. Okay, we're ready to do an install. I'm going to go ahead and enter. It's going to do all the boot up stuff. Okay, so I'm actually going to do the exact same thing I did on brother's laptop right here on screen and show you what I did there. So go ahead and hit next. Hit no for online. This is the full download, not the online download. Hit KDE Plasma. And since I already had a system on that, went ahead and went into guided. So there's not the option, but if you're replacing a previous install, completely replacing it, go into guided setup, you'll have two options. What do you want to do with partition, first partition or whatever? And I selected remove even if not needed. And then the next option is what do you want to do with Windows partitions? And I selected remove it even if not needed. There were no Windows partitions on there. I think it's just a default question. So since I don't have anything on this VM, we'll hit next. And then East Coast is correct. I will do my standard. Hit next. Yes. So in here, I went ahead and clicked on network configuration, host DNS. And static host, I just named it OpenSUSE. I hit next. And that's just so that the default host name isn't localhost at localhost.localhost or whatever it is. Just some weird, obscure, long nothingness. And of course, I disabled the firewall, at least for the moment. I can't remember. I don't think he's got a router. So whenever I confirm that he doesn't have a router, I will turn it back on and I will set the settings to home, and he'll be able to find his routers. Now, his printers. When we get into this, I will show you how to turn that back on and show you how to change it to home. And then go ahead and install. I'm going to do a fast forward jump through all of this because it does take several minutes, roughly about 10 minutes on this system. Alrighty, install is done. It has rebooted and it has come to the login page. First boot, show, hit close. Let's go straight to desktop. This is one thing I didn't have to do over there. It automatically set it good. Nope, I did the wrong one. Display settings. And let's bump that up. 19 by 10. Apply and quit. And you can see, since I did not do the online repositories, I do have updates available. So we're going to go ahead and apply the updates. This is the old Yast updater, which I didn't find appalling at all. And just to clear it up, the OpenSUSE Tumbleweed with KDE 6 has gotten a lot better. Alrighty, update is done. I did fast forward through that, obviously. And I want you to take note that up here in the top right of the wallpaper, it does have the new icon that was voted on and way back, and they really haven't used them, but it does have it, so that's pretty cool. And the website for downloading it also has it, and I meant to point that out and I forgot. Okay, so the only other things that I did, I have to remember. I did install OPI, and I installed KDE Connect. So sudo zipper in OPI and KDE Connect -KDE. Yes. I did not do OPI codecs, and I'm not sure if I should. He doesn't really listen to music or watch movies or videos. He might watch a YouTube now and then just because of needing to figure out how to do something. That's pretty much it. And he uses Firefox, and I think Firefox has its own codec for that. So I'm going to run with it. He don't need it. Alright, so that is done. I'm going to, real quickly, I'm going to show you the couple of OPI things that I did try that failed. One of them was Teams, and because of that Python thing I told you about, I'm going to show that to you. Sudo OPI. I did install Google Chrome, and it installed nicely. I mean, it wasn't a problem at all. And yes, and number one, and yes, and yes. So, quickest, easiest way to install Google Chrome. Install OPI Google Chrome. And if you OPI Google Chrome stable, you won't get that first question. and then hit yes. So I did install Google Chrome for him just in case he needs it. He prefers Firefox just like I do. There are certain use cases where you have to have Chrome. It sucks, but it's true. Do you want to keep the repo? Yes. The next one we're going to try is Teams. And it's unsigned. I'm going to go ahead and continue anyway. Now right here, libxtst. I don't even know what that is, but it can't be provided. And I'm not sure what to do to provide it. So he doesn't need Teams yet. Hopefully whenever he does need Teams, I'll figure out how to fix that. If you know, please show it in the comments. I'll be happy about that. So I'm going to cancel. I'm going to, do I want to keep that? No, I don't, because it didn't work anyway. Keep package, no. Okay. And the other one was, what was the other one? Skype. Why does it have to check repository every time? That's just another one of those minor annoyances. Every single distro out there has some kind of an annoyance. Every one of them. I don't care what it is. And I don't care how much somebody says they love it. I love Tumbleweed just as much. But there are certain things, minor annoyances, that just annoy the crap out of me. And default firewall settings is one of them. It just shouldn't be. Now on Leap, I think Leap is more directed towards business. Kind of like SUSE Enterprise Linux. I think this is like the variant, the open source variant of that. So yeah, maybe the firewall should be that aggressive. Maybe. Tumbleweed, I think, is more designed towards gamers and content creators. Shouldn't be that aggressive. But that's just me. And on there, it did the same thing. It took a really long time to try to retrieve this repository. And then it says can't. It can't. And it took a long time to come out of that. So, yeah. I'm going to do what you shouldn't do, and I'm just going to go ahead and close that window. It's just a virtual machine running anyway. So, it's no big deal. So, the only other thing that I did, now one thing that I did is switch him to Wayland by default. And I'll show you how to do that. Log out. Log out. I'll show you how to get rid of that second logout screen. And we're going to switch to Wayland. Now, in theory, once you have switched to Wayland, now you see that I have desktop effects now. I like the sidebar. And we go to Startup, Shutdown, and Behavior. Now, system default should be whatever you were on last. And we'll look at that shortly. And then power management, I set power management settings for him. He didn't need it to be locked all the time, so I got rid of the system lock and all that good stuff. So there's not really a lot more to do. I did change the KDE wallet password. Change password to a blank password. It's in his house. Not a problem. Don't need to close. Nope, do not force. Just close that window. This is entirely up to you. Being that he's going to be connecting by Wi-Fi, it's going to be constantly asking him for that wallet password to connect to the Wi-Fi. If it's blank, it just connects. You don't have to do anything. And I store all of my passwords in Bitwarden, so I don't need kdeconnect-kde. I just don't. But it needs to be there to connect to the Wi-Fi, so there's that. And that's what I've been doing with KWallet since, my goodness, 20 years for now. And it's habit for me. It's just what I do. I can't think of anything else that I changed here. The last thing I wanted to mention while we're in the system settings is where to turn off that when you hit restart, and then you get another screen that says, and you have to hit restart again. That's so annoying. And I love KDE. I'm a KDE fanboy like you wouldn't believe. That's annoying. So the way I find it is I hit the search box and then I hit confirm or log out, and you're going to confirm the log out. And it's in KDE5. It's in under startup and shutdown the desktop settings. KDE6. I think it's in behavior, general behavior. I believe. I could be wrong on that. I don't remember. Don't have it at my fingertips. Wait a minute. What am I talking about? I do have it at my fingertips. All right. What are you talking about, Willis? All right. So, confirmation. It's under session and desktop session. It's still under desktop session right there. Logout screen show. Uncheck that logout screen show, and you will not get an annoying confirmation have to do it again thing. Okay, so with that being done, I did go into Yast. And let's go into Yast. I made him a shortcut to the favorites for Yast. There we go. And what I did in Yast, one thing I did, bootloader options. And I just turned that down from 8 seconds to 2 seconds. And then under printer, I don't have his printer, so I can't set it up, but I know what it is. And I went ahead and did add, so that hopefully when he plugs this USB plug-in printer, hopefully when he plugs that printer in, it'll just work. Mostly. Driver packages. Epson, inkjet is what he needs. And I did all that. Close that out. Can't think of anything else that I did. While I'm in here, I'm going to show you how to turn the firewall back on and set it for home so that you can have a firewall if you're not behind a router. You can have a software firewall running and still find your printers. So you click firewall. And right here, after writing configuration, I'm going to select start. After reboot, start on boot. Go into, let's see, I might have to accept. Maybe not. So I'll go back into firewall. You might be able to set all these in one, but go to interfaces. Right here where it says Docker Zone Docker, just change zone and change that to home. Hit OK. And then hit accept. Now your firewall is on home setting and it's going to allow printers to work. I'm going to close that back out. So, in the end, all in all, this is an OpenSUSE product, and it is an awesome OpenSUSE project. Product. I have nothing but good to say about Leap 15.6. It's, the annoyances to me, personally, are the same annoyances that I have for both Leap and Tumbleweed. The firewall is too aggressive. And I'm not a big fan of the Yast printer configuration tool. Other than that, and both of those are one and done settings most of the time. Other than that, OpenSUSE is awesome. Leap is awesome. I think Leap is going to be very good for his use case. And I think Leap is good for work and business reasons. And I think Tumbleweed is a better option if you're wanting to do mostly gaming or content creation. And that's just my personal opinion. I have reasons for that personal opinion, but and technical reasons, really. But other than that, it's a good OpenSUSE product. They've done good. we didn't even know for sure there for a while if there was going to be a 15.6. So kudos. Awesome. I am going to look forward to my Leap 16 review that's based on ALP, and it's not supposed to be immutable. See how that plays out. OpenSUSE team, awesome. You all did smashing. Outstanding. That is all for this video, and I'll have some notes down there in the descriptions. You can look at where to find me, how you can donate if you wish to. Please like and subscribe if you like it and want to see more. Until next time, thanks for watching.